What's up, YouTube world? This is Steven again. It is currently 4:56 p.m. on May 15th of 2018. I would like to welcome you all to my second video game review. Today I am going to be reviewing the video game Resident Evil 7 Biohazard by Capcom. I actually just beat this game today, so it's pretty recent since I've beat it, just beat it today. And I'm going to give you guys my review about this game. So, main storyline, you are playing as a guy named Ethan, and you're going to pick up your wife Mia from the Bakers, a residence in, I'm pretty sure it's Louisiana. So, once you get to the Bakers, just a bunch of eerie shit just starts happening. And once you run into Mia, you figured out that she's been possessed by another being or another person in general, but you don't find out who it is until later in the game. So you get I don't know if it's abducted or held against your will by the Bakers, and the Bakers are Jack, Marguerite, Lucas, and Zoe. Zoe being like the only good guy or girl, I should say, out of the four. And then you run into Jack first, and the thing is, you can't kill him. You have to pretty much run away from him and hope he doesn't catch you, and just pretty much avoid him at all costs until you finally do kill him. Then you run into the mom, Marguerite, who, in my opinion, she's not even the final boss, and in my opinion, she's like the toughest one to kill out of all of them. And the thing is, Jack's main thing is he's invulnerable. Marguerite's main thing is bugs. You have to kill all of her bugs, and then you have to kill her. She's like the main bug in general, and she like crawls on all fours and stuff, and it's pretty creepy. She's, I think, the toughest one to kill out of all of them, though. And Lucas, you actually don't really have to kill Lucas. You just have to deal with his mind games, pretty much. And his mind games are just pretty much you gotta solve all these different puzzles and stuff like that. And you need to figure out how to go about getting through whatever you have to get through. So you don't really have to kill him. You just gotta deal with his mind games. And then once you get past that, because Zoe and Mia are being like trapped and held against their will or whatever, and you have to save them, but once you save them, then Jack comes back from the dead as like a gigantic molded person, and you have to kill him again. And then you have to get Zoe and Mia out of there. However, once you finally kill Jack once and for all, then you have to pick, because you have two serums, or actually no, you have one serum but three people, because you had to use one of the two serums on Jack to kill him. So you have a choice to either save Mia or save Zoe. I chose to save Mia because Mia in the game is your wife. So I chose to save Mia, and then that's the end of the game, right? You've beaten all of them, that's the end of the game. Wrong. Then you all of a sudden fall upon a ship in the middle of nowhere, and this is where you meet a young girl named Eveline. And Eveline, I'll get to why she's so big in this game in a second. You meet Eveline, and then you actually turn into Mia. You were playing as Ethan, but then you turn to Mia because Ethan is abducted by like a grayish black blob of whatever. And then you go and try and find Ethan, but you have to deal with Eveline at the same time. And once you finally find Ethan, then you turn to Ethan yet again. But the bad thing is, the inventory that you had as Mia ends up disappearing. And then once you're Ethan, you go back into this house, and then you open up the chest and end up finding out that you got Mia's inventory, so it's not really all lost, you know. And then as Ethan, you try to finally kill Eveline. And you end up going under this like dark cave and stuff like that. And then you end up going through these wooden boards. But the the funny thing is, you end up in the exact same house that you did when you started the game. So it reminded me a lot of the movie Grave Encounters. If you haven't seen that movie, you probably won't know what I'm talking about. But if you have, you probably will. And you end up in the same house once again that you did once you started the game. And then you end up killing Eveline once and for all as the young girl. And the reason I said that is because she ends up turning into the grandmother that was in the wheelchair the entire game and was like asleep in the wheelchair the entire game. And then she ends up turning into this like big gigantic molded person. And then you gotta kill her, and in my opinion she's not the toughest person to kill. Like I said, Margarita is, but Eveline's kind of tough to kill. But you need a lot of like heavy fire armor or firepower, I should say. And that's pretty much the main storyline. I'm going to get to my likes and dislikes now. My likes, it'll have you on the edge of your seat the entire time. I loved this game. The family, the Bakers played incredible roles. All 4 of them or 3 of them, I don't know. And they play a really good role in this, and they just make it so tough on you to try to beat this game. Another thing I liked about it is that you have a bunch of guns that you can get, and this game, it's very challenging because you have a very limited amount of slots that you can use for ammo and health and weapons. And that's one of my main dislikes about this, because until you collect a backpack or 2, you're going to be very limited on what you can carry. Which, I mean, yeah, that is a challenging part about it, and I can understand that, but it was a little too challenging in my opinion, so that was probably one of my dislikes. Another dislike, and this is the main dislike that I have about this game, are the enemies. This game goes way overboard with the molded. I mean, those are the only enemies that show up in this game. I mean, I would have liked more of a variety when it came to enemies, not counting the Bakers, but it was the Bakers and the molded. That's it. I would have liked more of a variety with the enemies that you could kill. The bugs, yeah, when you were running into Marguerite, yeah, you could kill those bugs, but that's about it. Other than that, there wasn't really much of a variety. There was a variety of the molded with the regular molded, the molded that walks on 4 legs, the obese molded that would try to puke on you, and the Jack molded, and the Eveline molded, and that's it. But yeah, that's just my viewpoint on Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. And I'm assuming it's called Biohazard just because it's just a lot of mold everywhere and molded, the enemies in general. But that's my take on Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. I don't want to spoil too much or say too much just in case you want to play. But on a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being the highest, Resident Evil 7 Biohazard is getting a 4 from me. Once again, I gotta look through my stash, see which games I've beaten, and see what video games that I can do a good video game review on. But that is my review of Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. If you liked what you saw in this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and comment below. Let me know what you guys think. And if you played Resident Evil 7, let me know what you think about the game, and let me know what you guys thought about my review of Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. And I will see you guys next time with another video. This is Steven signing out.